All right, I'm excited today. I'm a little kid again, okay? Like I got back in, I'm back into the RC hobby and I can't quit. Let me get this turn. Okay. I didn't I didn't need this at all. This is the MST, what is it? TCR, ready to run, 10th scale, Honda Civic EG6, front wheel drive. I couldn't resist, okay? I looked at them. I looked at it at the shop last night. I'd never seen a front wheel drive touring car before. I didn't know they did that. Um, I watched some videos on them. I watched some races of them. I found out that there's a couple, like of the big name manufacturers, like X-Ray and Schumacher. They make front wheel drive touring cars. That's pretty cool. But this is like a fully ready to run, 10th scale, front wheel drive touring car. The options on it are ridiculous. So if you look at on the back here, oh, where's the camera? There we go. So that first, if you see this line here on the side, on this side, that shows all the different chassis configurations. So you've got front battery, you've got front motor, mid motor, and rear motor. So you can set it up for front wheel drive, mid motor, rear wheel drive, or maybe mid motor, rear wheel drive, and then rear motor, rear wheel drive. Dude. I'm pretty excited. Some of the stuff I read about it says that the shocks suck. Man, it doesn't matter. We're gonna be running on nice indoor smooth carpet anyway. Oh, dude. I've never done front wheel drive. Okay. I'm not even a touring car guy. I'm not into touring cars. I bought the Fortec just so I could race at this track because I haven't had a home track in a long time. And now that I'm hooked on the touring cars, I'm a little kid again, and I'm like, ooh, I gotta have front wheel drive. So I talked my wife into it. She said no, and so I got one. We'll talk about that later. Okay. My vape died. All right, now, so one of the things that is, I'm going to tell a story, okay? So one of the things that got me into RC racing was the camaraderie and just the guys at the track, basically. Like everybody's friendly, everybody's there to have a great time, and they were all just a bunch of people playing with cars. I was a kid. I started when I was like 10, 11, something like that, and started racing like kind of competitively. Like I started with the Traxxas TRX1, and like one of the main barriers of getting into actual RC racing is it's kind of cost prohibitive. Like if you want to start out and you want to come in and you want to hit 3 heats in the main and run a decent race, you're going to have to put some money down. That's all there is usually that's all there is to it. And so since this new track opened, one of the things that I've been wanting to do, oh, hey there. Hey, Farmer John. Since we've got this track, I've got 2 races under my belt. I'm loving the people there, having a great time. And one of my biggest fears is losing the local track. That sucks. So you got to do your best to help try to build the hobby, right? Build the sport. You want more people to come. So this is like a $200 kit. You can get them right about $200, a little bit over, maybe $220. This one was $220. They're like, it comes in 2 different styles. You can get the older Honda, like what I got. I think it's like a 96, something like that. Or you can get the like the 2000s. I don't know. I went with the older one because my truck's a 97, so I figured I better have an older Honda Civic. I'm excited. So we've got to get it out of the box. I got to quit talking about it and just do it. So excited. Anyway, as I was saying, so that's one of the main barriers to entry when it comes to actual racing is like I said, cost prohibitive. And even getting into the first ready to run class that I got into with the Fortec, the Traxxas Fortec. So it was like $350 for the car, and then you've got a couple $100 for battery and charger. I went overboard and got 4 batteries, so I had enough to run at the track all day, and then I also have enough to share with my nephew, so he can run at the track all day, and without having to charge. I mean, that's not necessary. You don't have to have 4 batteries. You can run 1 battery, you can let it cool, and then charge it. But two, maybe 3 batteries is probably preferable if you're going to be competitive to race. But just to get out there and to start, 1 good high milliamp battery will probably do the trick. And that's where this kind of thing is really what we need at the track to get people in the door. You know what I mean? Because if people come in and they see this $200, I can start. They come in and they see the guys racing the stock touring car class, and they're like, "Hey, what's it cost to race one of those?" And, I got $900 into mine. What? And they're with their 8-year-old kid who just wants to come play at the track. Now you got a $200 10th scale front wheel drive Honda Civic. Clear, of course. So we got to paint it and cut it out, which we got some. Can we see what it says? Nope. Almost. I can't hold it. I need a beer to hold it steady. Anyway, fluorescent pink. Okay. So that's for later. MST Honda Civic. Does it say the year? Officially licensed. Just says EG5 body. I'm assuming that's like the EG5 is the body style, right? Is that like they were only made a certain year? I don't know. Too high to read that too. So we'll put the body over there on the slash. Look at this. Oh wow, headlights. And what are those, bumper inserts? I'm not going to put all that in there. That's just dead weight. Because it also comes with a sticker kit. So instead of these, you cut it out or cut them out and put these in. Probably get a light kit for it. But I'm just going to paint it and with the window masks, and then put the stickers on there and go pink. I don't need the lights. Though the Corvette does have lights, and it looks pretty darn cool on the track with the headlights on. And plus I told my nephew that one of the things about it is it'll, if you have the headlights on while you're driving around, it might distract the other drivers. So it'll work to your advantage. But it looks cool, and it's legal in our class to run with your headlights on, and so why not? So this must be all the battery mounting hardware for the different positions that we can put the battery in. Okay. All right. We got some stuff here to read when I got to poop. What's this? Comes with a really long coffee straw. That's for the antenna. Don't be silly. That goes on the antenna. Don't be silly. We're playing with cars. Okay. What do we got here? That should come in handy. I don't speak or read. Well, I don't really speak or read anyway. So one thing I noticed is that it looks like a Futaba controller. It looks like I don't know which one it was. So it's got a decent radio. Let's get it out. And there is instructions in English in there too. That's good. 110 scale, TCR, ready to run, exploded manual. I wish they would have gave me a manual that wasn't blown up already. Damn. Okay. Ooh, more stickers. I love stickers. And what's in this one? I think this is all just the body stuff for the paint, for what we're gonna do later. Oh, look at that. Is it one sheet? Cut them out. Oh no, they got transfers. Nice. We got some officially licensed Hyundai stuff. That's pretty cool. And of course, our headlights and taillights and turn signals and some other things. Look at that. Zoom on that. Or focus on that, I mean. Door handles. It comes with sticker door handles. Perfect. I was wondering how I was going to get in there. What else do we got? What is this? This tells us what to do. Good. More stuff that tells me what to do. Oh, it says where to put the branding stickers. Perfect. I'm just going to paint it pink. I don't think I'm going to do any of that. But we'll put that up there just in case we decide to follow the rules. It needs the black trim down the side. So it'll be pink with the black trim. But I don't know if it, did it come with a trim piece or do I just got to draw that on there? Or is that a D? I don't know. Huh. It looks like they paint that on there. They paint that black stripe down the side. Looks like we might just do a stripe delete. And then so we got the masks there. Perfect. So we can paint it all off. I hope they're pre-cut. Yes, they're pre-cut. I've got kits before where it's just a sheet like this and it's printed. And then you go to peel it off and you're like, oh, I have to cut around the line and then do it. I'm good with an X-Acto knife. Right. Wait till you see the... Never mind. The fenders are going to be fine. Don't worry about that. This tells us how to do the trim, how to trim the body. There's masking stickers. Huh. It's showing the siding and stuff on here like it's something you put on. But I'm not sure. I need an airbrush. I don't know what. So it doesn't say, it just says 23. And it points to it. But then there's no. Oh. Never mind. Oh, we don't even have to mask it. Oh my God, dude. This just got way easier. This just got almost done. I even got the damn thing out of the box yet. That's awesome. Okay. Get this out of here. Without effing. Okay. This makes a lot more sense now. That's why there was numbers on that. And I'm like, what does all that mean? So it's all decals. I got windows, everything. Window, bumper. There's clear door handles on there. So I can use clear door handles or the black door handles. Yeah. So I was going to mask all those windows off and paint it. I'll just paint it and put the windows on. The stickers on the outside and call it good. Unless they're not pre-cut. Oh, they are. Oh, no, they're not. Are they transfer? Or do I got to cut them out? So I will get to that later. We'll figure that out. Might just do clear windows. I don't know. Ooh, the radio. Okay. I didn't get any double A's. Oh, that's another cool thing about this. It comes with, I'll show you. We're almost there. I'm getting ahead of myself because I'm getting excited. All right. All right. Ooh, I can see the car. It's looking good. Okay. Decent looking little radio. We got power, function, channel 3. So looks like we can do headlights and stuff on it, I guess. We'll have a light switch. Double A's go in there. We don't have any right now. I'll have to go take some out of my son's room. It's got throttle trim, steering trim, D and R. I don't know what that means, but it does look like a. I thought it was a Futaba radio. It kind of looked like it. So that's awesome. No antenna. I like that. No antenna to break off. When I raced before, I had the big long pull-up antennas, and you break them off and suck. Okay, here it is. Oh my God, that's so cool. Okay. Yes. A little bit bigger than I thought it was going to be. And I was talking to the guy at the shop about the motor that's in it. It comes with a 380, the size. And I was looking for like a class where they actually race these. And I found touring front wheel drive touring car class, and it said 21.5. And he's like, well, the 21.5 is a brushless, and he showed it to me, and it was just gigantic compared to this car. And I'm like, maybe I'll do some more research. But we're gonna try it with this. That is just, I've never seen anything like that. I see what they were saying about the suspension being kind of weird because it just has. So this reminds me of like an old pan car of like a Team Associated. The one I can think of is the 10L, but there was the RC10 pan car. I can't remember what they were called. I gotta go get that dog. I'll be right back. Hey Frank, come here. Go in here. Come on. Come in here. You're going to the truck. Go. Good boy. Now go over there and stay there. Thank you. All right. Where the hell were we? Anyway, like, so it was like the old Associated pan cars. I can't remember what the actual name for them was. I remember the Associated 10L. So let's just look that up real quick. RC10L. Here we go. Oh, it was the 10L because there was the 10L, and then you could also set it up to run a split pack. No, it wasn't the 10L. 10O? No. Whatever they called it. But so here's this kind of a small picture. But so they're just a pan car chassis, and they were just direct. I can't get that up there. There we go. And they were just direct drive motor straight to the rear axle, and they were a pain in the ass to drive. I can't get that to focus on you. Ooh, get the light out of it. And they were a pain in the ass to drive. You know, I didn't like them. But that's all they had for suspension was just double A arms and then a spring underneath like this. And it looks like, I mean, we could upgrade the springs, but it's going to be on carpet. And I think the people that I was watching the videos about that were saying anything about the suspension not being good, they were running asphalt. And honestly, this thing is really low to be running on asphalt. Like, it's just going to, I could see where they would be having trouble. And I'm worried about when I put a battery in it, is it just going to hit the ground? I guess we grab one and find out. But anyway, so before we get too far into it, the first thing, one of the things that, like I was saying, that makes this super cool and making this like the dream kit to get, like, you know, like when I was a kid, to get somebody in the door and to get them racing and to get them wanting to be in the hobby is this thing comes completely ready to go. You don't have to buy a battery and you don't have to buy a charger. So the box that's in it runs double A's. You can put 6 double A's in there. See that? So you can take this thing from the hobby shop, get yourself 6 AA's for the car, 4 AA's for this, turn around, set it on the track, and be running the race that night. So, and I mean, it's something that's almost, like decently up to like a kind of competition level style car. No travel and suspension. It has travel. It's just, I don't think, I mean, I don't know how you're going to, I don't know if you can see that, but like, I can't even get a finger, like that's low. You know what I mean? Let me grab a battery. And the only batteries I have are 7600 big ones. And I mean, once I put that battery in there, it's almost touching the ground, dude. Look at that. Dang. Yeah, once I put that big pack in there, it's almost touching. So it might need to run a smaller pack. It will take the big ones, it says. I mean, that's what this in this bag, that's this for, and that's the first thing we're going to do is take this AA battery box out of there and then put the LiPo box in there so that way I can run this big one, but we might have to convert it to a smaller pack because I don't see any adjustments on those. So there is travel. That's just crazy. Huh. I don't know. I've never ran anything front wheel drive before, so possibly that's going to help with traction. But I feel like it's just going to run straight into the ground. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Yeah, so we might need to get the short batteries, whatever those are called. Just get one of those. It's set on the box. We could set it up for 3 different kinds. But we'll set it up for the big one and try it. Yeah, it will do LiPo, short LiPo, or nickel metal hydrides. And the speed control supports up to the 2S. So we're fine there. It says variety of battery options. I'm wondering if we should look into. Oh, I forgot to get a battery connector. I get to go back to the shop. All my batteries have Traxxas connectors, and I don't. I need Traxxas to Deans. Okay. Anyway, we'll worry about that later. We need to get this set up so we can even get a LiPo in there. Man, I'm super impressed. I don't know, we'll watch some more videos and we'll see if maybe there is a way to adjust that suspension up a little bit more. It might, like I said, it might just have to be a stiffer spring is the only thing we can do, but who knows? I don't have any clue on how to set this thing up yet. Or we might have to get a short LiPo pack and a connector. All right, let's take it apart. Now we got a brand new car. Let's start tearing it apart. Go. Which ones? Those ones and those ones. So I only got to remove 2. It looks like to change this out, but then I got more I got to put in. More than 2? If I can't figure it out, there is an instruction book that I don't want to look at. Oh, it's the wrong size. Okay. I was about to get mad. Oh, my track tool's the wrong side. No, we got it. And my magnetic bowl is in use with all those slash parts that are waiting on the low center of gravity chassis, which will be a stream sometimes next week, I think. Beer's a really good idea. My wife just went back in. I think I'll grab one. Stay right. Okay, got a soda. Good idea. Good call on the soda. Okay. I took those two out. Okay, one more. Perfect. Yeah, that's actually pretty cool. Yeah, dude, having a great Saturday. I hope you are too. Just going through this car, getting ready to make it even better. So that's neat. So like I said, you can just take it right off the shelf. Right off the shelf, what, 6 and 4, 10 double A's, and it's ready. Put it on the track and go. You can even get just rechargeable double A's. You know what I mean? All right, that's out. Now the battery will fit in there. I don't have a thing to check the height, but that just seems like I guess it's enough. I might need to get a smaller pack, half pack. Let's see what we got in the bag here for the battery kit. I can only work on this until about 4 o'clock, and then there's what is it? The Wheel and Modified tour start. Today's the first day of the Wheel and Modified. So like they're like, what are they? They're like the farm team for NASCAR. They're like there's the modifieds, and then there's the whatever the other guys, and then the big guys. There's this driver, Austin Beers, I really like because his last name is Beers. So I don't know what these are. There's an A and a B. There's this. I don't know what that is. This. I don't know what that is. It's on Flow Racing. I don't know if it's on anything else, but that's the one. I do know it's going to be on Flow, and it starts at what, 7 Eastern, 7:30 Eastern time. So 4:30 my time. I'm assuming this is the battery stuff right here. I might have to look at the directions. That's weird. Because I don't see, oh, unless it goes on there. Is it long enough? Oh, no, they're not. They're short. What the heck? I'm going to have to go to the instruction book because that doesn't make any sense. I don't even know what all these are. Looks like we've got some. Those servo arms? Yeah. So we got servo savers. Those look like, oh, those are the battery posts. Okay, servo savers, battery posts. We got some extra ball ends. It looks like those might be a cup for the shock. I don't know. Some body clips, some screws. I will have to figure out what that is. One thing I want to do real quick though, before we go too far, is I want to pull one of these wheels off and I want to look and see what's in there. Flow Racing has a YouTube channel and they play some stuff on there for free. You don't have to have a subscription. Whoa. Okay, so those are extra spring cups. And it looks like I can get some stiffer springs. Look at this though. Caliper, rotor. There we go. There we go. Get in there. Get you some. My beard's too beautiful. It won't allow it to focus. But it even turns inside. Oops. It even turns inside that little brake caliper. Ha! That's pretty neat, but we'll take those off because that's just going to create drag if that rubs against there. And I want to be fast. So those will come off, and we won't have the fake brakes. And I might have to switch tires anyway to run on the carpet. These feel, there's no foam in them. I don't know. Most of the other classes run a spec tire, so everybody's on the same tire. But the place we were getting our tires from got a bad batch. So of the wheels were bad. Like he started having, the guy said he's been in business for like 6 years, never had a quality control issue, nothing was wrong. And then just all of a sudden, within the last 6 months or something like that, they had a batch that he said it just went like crazy and they were all coming back. Okay. We need the instructions. Okay, don't tell anybody that I'm doing this. Okay, there we go. Okay, that kind of makes sense. So I'll set it up like that for the big battery and we'll try it. And if it feels like it's too far down, yeah, I think I want to go all the way to the back, don't I? So this is for the back. So this will go like right. Okay, I'll go there. I see. But I can move it around too. 5 configuration options for just the battery. 5 different ways to put the battery in there. But we're going to go with the furthest back. That's weird. I don't know. Those holes aren't rounded, they're slotted. You can see that? Yeah, like you can see these ones go down and have a divot. These other ones have a slot. Here, which way's my finger? There it is. They're like slotted. That's interesting. I don't know what that's all about. Okay, so let's get this on there the right way. I think it goes like this. And 1, 2 of these. One of these. Have one of these. Now we're talking. Now we're working on race cars. Okay. So this is going to go right here. You really don't know why those are drilled like that. It's only on the battery ones. Like none of the other ones are like that. Oh, you know what's cool? You know what's really, really cool? Those screws aren't threaded already. Or these things have no thread. Nope. Okay. And that's the wrong side. Maybe that's why they're not going in. Oh, there it is. If I use the right size, that'll work. Let's try that. Okay. So now it should screw in. But okay, maybe they are. Maybe they are threaded. I just wasn't actually turning the screw, so that could have been part of the issue. Okay. Come back to me. So maybe later on tonight I can take. Let's see. No, I can't. Not tonight. Sorry. Maybe tomorrow night I can take it down to the track and we can see if it does anything. Okay, so the back is on. That's cool. Yeah, so that just installs back up underneath there. See, right up in there. And the furthest hole's back in the middle. Now we can fit that heavy ass pack in there that drops it to the ground. And we can see where the rest of the posts go. So these ones. It's these ones and this. Why are they in two different bags? And then what the hell is that? I might have to look at the thing again. But I don't remember what I was going to say, but it was probably important. So let's get these out of there. Ooh, more little tools. I'm going to have to get the race thing out, the race bucket out. Get my parts bin, put some more stuff in there. Ooh, that's exciting. Love putting stuff in the parts bin. Okay. And it looks like these go on there. And then they stick out, and then there's a post that goes on the front. But what I'm not understanding is that, like, if they go up here, it's too far up, and they go back here. That's not going to work. Maybe it's that one. Let's look at the book. Oops. And see, this way, if I do one of these and I get one done, everybody else will know what to do. They'll be like, oh, that's easy. I can build one of those. Yeah, I don't think this battery is going to work at all. Because these are supposed to mount like this. And then the battery hook goes around the front. So that's not going to fit. Are these batteries just ridiculously huge or what? They fit perfectly in the Fortec. There's not another way to hook that up, but it says battery mount. That's all there is those three pieces. There's the back piece I put on there. The battery slides into. And then it says these go in the second hole back. One, two, three. Weird. Because that goes all the way up there. What happens if we go with them backwards? And then we go, that's not going to work either. Let's open this. Let's open this and maybe we'll figure it out. May have hit a snag. I don't know what's going on. I may have the wrong batteries for this, which is fine. We'll just get a smaller battery. Just go back to the RC shop. So that's supposed to hook onto the front of the battery and then be screwed in. But my battery is way too long, and it would need to have a set of holes right there. Okay. So I'm gonna go get a short pack. I'm gonna make a list before I go. But we've only been streaming 42 minutes. It's only 2 o'clock, so I can go and come back and then stream again. I'm getting the battery in there. Okay, so let's go to my shopping list. And we're going to need a short pack. And then we want Traxxas to Dean's. That's the other thing we want is a Traxxas to Dean's connector. Traxxas to Dean's. Because even though we can't use the Traxxas batteries in this, I still have the Traxxas charger. So I'll need something to convert the Traxxas charger to a Dean's plug for whatever battery I get. So I think I'll take this in there with me. Okay, so that's one thing to keep in mind. If you do purchase one of these, get a short pack. I assumed from on the pictures on the box that it would run all three sizes. That's what it looks like anyway. Oh, even in here. That's what it looks like. But I'm not about to start measuring stuff. But it sure looks like it shows 3 different sizes there. Maybe the Traxxas ones are the ones I bought maybe are just ridiculously huge. I think, one of the guys I was talking to at the track, he said that he only running 2 heats and a main in touring car. I don't remember what motors they run. But anyway, he said he's only using about 2,000 milliamps a race or a day for a race day. He said, I'm not even using 2,000 milliamps. And I'm like, I've got 7,600 milliamp batteries. I could do a whole race day on one. So I went way overkill on that. And with this being all smaller, I'm wondering, if it's even going to need 2,000 because we're running a smaller motor, smaller everything. So it's got a waterproof tit. So we'll need some Deans. I don't want to put everything on the list because I want to make sure I have to go back again later. But not during the race. So we're good. We have until what, 4? Yeah, till 4. We got 2 more hours. No, we got all day. Might as well go on break. And just hang out. The guys at the hobby shop, the guys that own it, he comes up with all sorts of ideas. And one of his ideas he's working on is trying to get people that are club members, track members, we can get a discount, or he's trying to set it up to where we can get a discount through DoorDash to DoorDash parts. So I can not saying I'm lazy, but if I could just hit a couple buttons and they bring me the battery and whatever else I need, maybe. It doesn't sound too bad. All right. I'm excited. It's got some toe out on there. Yeah. And that's no, those are adjustable. So the front's adjustable. The front turnbuckles are adjustable, and they're just steel. They're not anything fancy. They're just the threaded rod through there on the front. And I'm thinking with so much going on up there, like with that being where the drivetrain, power, everything, the whole front end. Since the whole front end is, I don't know. I almost feel like those need to be changed out to titanium right away. But I have to stop myself because that's, one of the things that about a spec class is that you want to keep it as stock as possible. DoorDash Harbor Freight, that would be awesome. Bring me some. What do I need? I have a Harbor Freight list too. Bring me some ammo cans. Can I get my free bucket delivered? Can they bring me just my bucket? Not trying to brag, but I'm a member. Inside Track Club. Whatever. What was I saying? Oh, the spec stuff. So like that's one thing is I don't want to get carried away and be like, I'm gonna start putting, like, we need to upgrade the springs and we need to upgrade the turnbuckles with some titanium and then the next thing and then the next thing. Because I don't want it to be like, I don't want everybody to come in thinking that like, I've got to buy all this stuff to be competitive or to even, enjoy myself at the track. So try to keep it as stock as possible. And plus now I'm old and I don't really care. I don't want to compete anymore. I competed when I was a kid. I just want to go drive cars at the track with the boys. You know what I'm saying? And I don't care about all that. But I still want to have the people show up at the track that do care about that do want to win races and stuff like that. More power to them because those guys spend a hell of a lot more money at the hobby shop than I do. So what do we got? A small battery. We want a short pack. We need Traxxas to Dean's connectors. I have AA's. Does it have a license plate? We're just going to paint that whole thing pink and put stickers on it. Mask the windows. I guess we could get that cleaned up and do that first before we go to the hobby shop, but I really don't want to. I was going to paint during the modifieds, I was thinking, because that way I can just kick back, watch the modified race, do a coat, watch the race, yellow flag, do another coat, and just keep doing coats of pink until the race is over. And then once the race is over, I got to take my wife out to dinner, so I wouldn't be able to do anything else. So I'd have to finish it. Or I don't have to. I don't have to finish it. I don't have to do anything I don't want to do. I don't have to finish it. I don't know what this one would go to. I bet it says in the book what it's for. Let's look. I kind of wish I would have just put the double A's in there and tried it on the track right then. Okay. TCR bumper set. So that's something to do with the bumper. But then it also says, oh, that's weird. I don't know where it goes. Bumper set. What does that mean? It says bumper set, and it shows all this stuff in here, but that's the battery thing. That's, I'm assuming, the front bumper. Yeah. It kind of labels the pieces. I love Chinese stuff that doesn't make any sense. So I just wish it would tell me where they go or what they're for. Because like I don't see that anywhere on here. But I have it. I just don't know what the hell it does. Oh, I wonder if it's for when we go, if we change it to two-wheel drive and all that stuff. I wonder if it's something like that. I don't know. LiPo battery holder. Yeah, it doesn't say what those are. Oh, here we go. Maybe? No, that just gives us all the numbers on everything. Weird. Okay, so it doesn't say anything about what this is for. And I can't figure out what these are for. Oh, wait. No? Let's look again. Maybe I missed it. It doesn't have any screw holes in it. Those plastic things don't. And it doesn't show them anywhere in the book. So what the hell would those be? Get the thing now. That doesn't say anything. This is just all the body. That's so weird. I don't know what these are. It says B. There's an A and a B. And then there's these two. I don't know. I don't have any idea. It did come with, I think these might be replacements for the calipers. So like on the 210145 CR. 2101, oops, where is it? 210145 is the brake caliper set. And so I think that is just for when you remove the caliper, this replaces where the caliper was. I think. So again, it doesn't actually say anything. There. It just says brake caliper red. And then it has the square piece that's in the bag. 2 of them. So those are extras of something. Pull that wheel off. Let's find a reason to keep messing with it. And I should have pulled those calipers off while I had it apart in the first place. Cut weight and cut drag. Hello. So, I mean, that's what it looks like. It looks like it's just a cover to replace where that was, where if I pull that off. No? I don't know what they're for. That's weird. Let's take that caliper off though while we're in there, because there's no reason for it. Uh-oh. You can't. I don't have the right size. What size is it? There we go. No, Mom. No smoke. Okay. I think it has 2 screws on there. More screws for the parts bin. Nope. Just comes right off. So I can put that screw back in the hole, but nope. We'll just cut weight. Does this have threads? Nope. Okay, so that'll go back in the parts bin too. Along with that screw. Go ahead and do all 4 of those right now. Get all those off of there. Ate your French. I don't speak French. I was watching snowmobile racing earlier though, and the announcer was speaking French. He would say he would announce everything in French and English. So he'd say like he'd do a whole spiel, and then he'd do it all again in French. And then he'd start over, do another one. And then he'd say the same thing again in French. It's pretty cool. Never really watched snowmobile racing before. I was just trying to see what was on, and there was just random snowmobile racing. What is this? People race snowmobiles? Let's check it out. Apparently, French Canadians race snowmobiles. Makes sense, right? You got a snowmobile, you might as well race it. I would, if I had one. Okay. So we're not going to need those. We don't need brakes. First thing you do on a race car, take the brakes off. Why are you stopping? You don't need to stop. Now the back ones I thought had 2 screws in them, but they might not. I could be wrong. Whoops. Let's see that on the ground. They do. Oh no, I see. Okay. So that's just a spacer. See it in there? Oop, wrong wheel. See it in there next to the brake? It's just a spacer. So do we need that spacer in there? Because if we take the brake off, it doesn't look like we need the caliper. If we take the caliper off, the wheel nut is built into the scaled disc brake. So we'll leave that on there. But that just, yeah, it just looks like it's all it is a spacer for the mount for that. And it looks like we can take that part off too. And it doesn't actually connect to anything. So we'll see. We'll take that out. And if it falls apart, then we'll put it back on. All right. So that, it's just one screw. And it looks like it just goes through that. What is this part called? Where's Troopin to tell me that I'm wrong? It's, what is this part called? The hub carrier. Rear hub carrier. Okay. Yeah, so that's not doing anything. It's just sitting there to hold that caliper on. So we'll take that out and not have that also. Okay, so we can put this back on. That cutting weight already. The new guys aren't going to know what hit them. Actually, there's nobody else but me yet, so I'm the only guy with one of these at the Jack Club Art. But like I said, easy, ready to run class, $200. Anybody can jump in. So the 3 kids that were there last night with the single mom, who was like, "Oh my God, we can't afford any of this." You now have 2 options. If this works out, you'll have the $90 class of the little ready to run cars that are 4-wheel drive. What do they call them? They would call them UDI. And then they had, there's like just 16th scale. I think it was 16th or 18th. 16th. You'll have that option, or you have the larger option of, like what I race is the tubs, which you're still looking at like about $300 to $400 to really get going. And then if this is a class that people will actually be interested in, you'll have the $200 ready to run front wheel drive. And that'll be cool. Okay. So I'll be the trend setter. That's why we got to do it right. We got to do it cheap. I want to be able. I want to be sitting there. I pit right by the front door. So the first thing when people come in, they see they got a nice clean pit area all set up, got all the cool stuff set out. Everything looks good. They can look at the cars, the kids. Oh, wow, look at that Toyota Supra. Look at that Corvette. Now, oh, look at that Civic, right? And then when they come over to start asking questions, we go to the table of the guys that are running the street stocks. Like I said earlier, that guy's going to be like, "Oh, this is $900. We're $950 into this. I got $700 in my Charger." When they walk up to me and I'm over there with a big old smile on my face, having a great time, I'm like, $200. Cost me $200. Runs on double A's. Get one. Let's go. And then the kid can just grab it, throw the double A's in it, and we can start racing right then. And then he comes back next week and spends more money, and the local track stays open. Love it. Okay. There we go. My nephew bought this new pit thing. Pit mat. The guy that owns the track is he likes his stuff, and I don't blame him. It's a nice shop, and they worked really hard on it. And he wants everything to be taken care of as much as possible. And so it's one of the things. Just make sure you take care of everything, and you'll be good. So put down your pit mat. Don't set anything on fire. It does look like there'll be enough room to upgrade to a full-size motor from the 380. But for right now, we're not going to worry about that. What we might do, they don't have any 380s in the shop. 380 is an oddball. Not an oddball. It's too small. It's not what we normally. Everything, all the 10th scale that we have are due to 540s. But it says on here that the company that makes this, so this is the M38. 56 turn, 1200 RPM. But they also make a 35 turn, a 30 turn, and a 25 turn. That says it's a 540. Yeah, so I think what we'll order a faster one. After we try it. After we try this. So one other thing I just remembered that I want to make sure is before I get a battery is I want to know what the hell is going on around here. No, I want to know what the speed control is rated for and all that to make sure I get like the best I can. Stickers. I better not leave those up there because the cat will come in and be mad that they're all on his bed. Okay, so there's the trim manual. Okay, here we go. Specifications. What the hell was that? I thought I just heard somebody scream outside. Maybe it's the kids. Kids next door. Kids in the hall. So what's it say here? It says, okay, the motor. That's not right. Okay, 2S lipo or 4 to 6 cell nickel metal hydride, 3S lipo or 8 to 9 cell nickel metal hydride. Okay. Oh wow, I don't have any idea. XB60, brushed ESC, low voltage cutoff protection. It says 540 or 550 size motor. 8 turn is 8 turn is the lowest we can go on a 2S, or RPM of 45,000 at 7.2 volts. Huh. Okay, so we're just going to get a short pack that's. It doesn't look like it doesn't really matter. It'll take pretty much whatever battery that they'll have in the shop. So we'll get the cheapest battery we can. Already have a charger. Huh. Low voltage protection. I don't know any of this stuff on the lipos and how all that works. I have no clue. I'm just figuring it out as I go. Yeah, 540 or 550 size motor. So we'll run this one, but I'll get one on order. I forget we can do this. Let's go. A main. And then we hit this button right here. And we hit that button right there. Hit that button right there. There we go. And it is the MST motor. MST motor. There we go. Oh, wow. Those are cheap. Okay, so there's J Concept Silent Speed 540 adjustable timing competition motor, 13 turn. MST M3856T brushed motor. That's what's in here, right? 380 56T. Yeah, 380 56T. That's the one that's in here now. This whoops. I don't want it in my cart. I wanted to click it. There we go. So that's what's in there now. MST M38 5T. Yeah, the M38 5T. And it says we can change to M54 26T, right? We don't want to go too hot. But what's the rules say? Here we go. Oh, it doesn't have there's the M54. I'm assuming, okay, so the M26, I'm assuming, is the fastest one. I don't know. I don't know how turns work and all that. It used to be like the less turns, the faster, I thought. But it looks like that's the only one they have. So, yeah. We'll run the stock one for now. We'll add that one to the cart. Because I think the 26 is going to be super fast, right? Isn't that the way it works? 26 turns faster? I don't know. Let's see it. I kicked that box and I thought there was more stuff in there. Okay, show the cart. And we want to get rid of that one. Yeah, and we want that one. So that's 13. MST M54 brushed motor is a 26-turn closed-in bell motor that is included with a variety of MST RTR kits. And it looks like just those two are the only ones they have. The only MST ones they have, well, here anyway. And that's the only place I'm going to buy from is A-Main. If they don't have stuff at my shop, I'm not going to go anywhere else. I'll go to my shop or I'll go to A-Main. Let's see. If I didn't have plans today, we'd go down to take it to the RC shop today and go run it. But there's just not enough time to get a battery and get it charged and get back and we go to dinner and all that. And I want to run it tomorrow, but I don't know when the football game is. So, okay, we'll get that ordered. Was there anything else we wanted to order? Does it take a battery pack in here? No. It doesn't have a plug to run an external pack, just AA's, which is fine. AA's last forever in the controller. They don't really. You just want to make sure they last forever. Make sure you pay attention. It doesn't have an external charge either. Some of them have that I like. They'll have an external. Oops, let's get that off the screen. Some of them will have an external, a hole on here somewhere where you can plug your charger into it. And then you can put, my old Airtronics XL2P had that. So you would put you just put rechargeable batteries in it, and then it would have a plug right here on the front that you just, 3.5, or not 3.5, whatever. You just plug it into the front right there, like whatever powers a cordless phone, or, like everything's USB now, so it doesn't, I don't know what I'm talking about, but it was just you just plug it in right there, plug it into the wall, and it would charge at 0.5 volts or whatever. And you wanted like a 12 milliamp or something like that. You wanted a slow one, and it would just charge it a little bit, didn't burn up your batteries, it just kept them kind of going a little bit. But now they don't, the lower end ones like this don't have that kind of stuff. Okay, so we want a small battery pack, a short pack, kind of light. Was there in the options thing where it said the motors was there? Or not the motors, but where it said the position of the battery was there? Was there a third option, or was it just the two? Okay, let's move here. Mm-hmm. 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 No, it's two options: short pack, long pack. So we just want a short pack. And then the short pack position goes all the way back there. Short pack goes in here, and then it goes from there to there. And plus, that'll put our weight right at the back. I think that'll help with weight distribution on it. I really want to replace those turnbuckles, but I know I shouldn't. So it's only the front ones that are adjustable. The back ones aren't adjustable or anything like that. Only the front is. Let's see how it holds up before we put it. Okay. Like, this is what I was telling my nephew last night. So one thing, I know the ready to run class isn't that great, right? Ready to run cars are kind of poop. You know, that's just usually what you think. If it's all in one box and everything's there, it's kind of a poop car. It's not really a race car. But that's what we're trying to do with this. That's what I'm trying to do with this and with this class, is to make it not a poop car. Right out of the box, not poop. So far, it's not poop. Get a battery and get it charging. Get it in here. Get that body painted. Looks like it'll be pimp. Ooh, I got a video. Can you hear that? Motor noises. Hell yeah. Motor noises. Got the car running. Is that a time clock? Yes, that is a time clock. That's so I know I can punch out when I'm done. I keep track, and then my wife pays me accordingly. Just kidding. It doesn't work. I honestly don't remember where I got it. But yeah, you got to have a time clock. There's a time clock, and then there's an old Silver Beauty battery charger right there. This is just where I put it because they look neat, and I didn't know what to do with them, so I just stuck them up here. Cool old time clock. So I thought it'd be neat if it worked and I could use it like an actual clock, but it doesn't do anything. It just looks cool. It makes a buzzing sound if you plug it in, but that's it. But yeah, I kind of wish it was a clock. It'd be great to have as a clock. Okay. Oh, I was gonna say my sister sent me. They got their old Buick running. It's a 60, 70 something. I think it's a Buick, possibly. I think they're good to go. They went to start it this morning. The battery was dead again. I think they just had a bad battery, or they think there might be a ground issue or something because it's been dead a few times. But if they have a bad battery, then that could possibly be it. They put a new battery in it, fires up, sounding good. I said good to go. She said yes. So now it maybe just sounds like they're going to take it for a drive and call me later. Perfect. If you get stuck, call me. If you get stuck somewhere, give me a call. Winky face. Okay, so I'll definitely go help them fix their car. No problem with that. Drop everything I'm doing, except for if I'm on date night because I'm taking the wife out tonight. It's Valentine's. We're doing that tonight. That way, because Wednesday, I mean, it's a weeknight. You don't do anything fun on a weeknight. Okay, so I'm gonna get a battery and a connector. One thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep a list of how much we're spending so far. So this was 219, right? So we're gonna go 220 on this. What else did I buy while I was in there? Nothing. Oh, the paint. 220 on this. $10 for a can of paint, so we're at $230. Let's go back and get a battery. So then the only thing I won't know in the full price is a charger, and I'll be able to tell you. I'll say, and the only other thing you'll need to take them over to the charger case and show them where the cheap charger is. So I don't know which charger is the cheapest in the shop either. We'll have to look at that. I don't need a charger. I'm going to use a Traxxas one, but I'm going to get the Dean's connector. But I'm keeping in mind for if I'm running this at the track and somebody comes in and asks me about it, I can keep the price point under 300 is what we want, is what I'm aiming for, because there's no sub $300 except for the 16 scale UDI. This will be the only this would be the only class that you can buy off the shelf and run under $300. Well, like we said, you don't even need you can run with this pack if you want with the double A's. You don't even need to swap it out and use another pack. So if they carried nickel metal hydride double A's, you could just grab some of those, and then I think you could. I'm assuming you could get a charger that would just plug into your Dean's and straight into the wall and charge this whole thing at once. I think. Wouldn't that work? Because once you put all the batteries in here, it's just going to act as a battery pack anyway. So you have six decent nickel metal hydrides in here. And if they're older nickel metal hydrides, they're not going to really matter that much. So you can just, you're not going to have the problems that would arise with lipos, or that could arise with lipos. So you would just be able to take this, just unplug it and charge this whole box at once. Yeah. I don't see why you couldn't do that. Because I have so this is a 7.4 volt 2000 milliamp pack. And this is the charger connector. And they're just USB ones. So very good. I have one right here. Here we go. And so this right here, this just feels like it's two of those oversized double A's. And it's just a little bit bigger than that pack. So I bet you they're like I forget what they're called in the nickel metal hydrides when they're just a little bit oversized of a regular battery, like AA-C, AA2, I don't know, AA squared. But so I'm assuming you could just charge right on that. You know what I mean? Because I could plug this right in. I could plug this Dean's plug straight into a charger that would charge it. So if I had this filled with nickel metal hydrides, I should be able to plug it straight in. 18650. That's the battery. The like wrong size double A's. They're two, like the big double A's. Yeah, 18650. So because I have dropped the brake caliper. So I have those ones. And then these ones also. 7.4 volt. And then the 7.4, 1500. There's 1500 milliamp, 850 milliamp, and 2000 milliamp. And these all go in the little cars. In the little cars. These are the in the road cars. So I think these are their 16th or 18th scales, and this one's super fast. I meant to just get a buggy that was the same as the trucks, and this thing just flips over backwards and hauls ass, and I don't know. You can see the body's all scraped up on top just because it just flips over like crazy and goes nuts. I want to drive it I want to take it down to the racetrack one of these days. And these ones are kind of slow, but they're fun too. They go over everything. But these are our little bashers just throughout. This is what got me back into the hobby, by the way, was I started with some of these for Christmas. 2 of these, one for my nephew and one for my son. And then I'm like, well, I need a buggy. So I got the buggy. And then after that, I'm like, hey, I need to go. There's a track in town. I need to go racing. So I got the TC or the Vortec. And the Vortec is a kick in the butt. So anyway, I don't remember what else we were talking about. Let's see if I can figure out how to do that. I can't. There's shit in the way. Ooh. How about that? Can manage. That doesn't seem. You don't need. There we go. Can manage. I didn't even know there was different levels of moderators. So you can do a managing moderator that can manage blocked words and change chat modes in live, and also has capabilities of a standard mod. Oh, so that's like when Steve Lookner says, put it in slow mode and have somebody else do it. There. So Rib is my moderator. And Farmer John. There, now I got 2 mods. I think I have another mod, but I don't remember. Oh. See? Well, all you had to do was ask, and now you're a mod. Gotcha. Vape mod. Like, yeah, that makes more sense. I'm like, I don't need mods. There's only 3 of us. What are you doing? I was like scrolling back, and I was trying to scroll in the chat, and I'm like, nobody said anything. What do we need a mod for? I couldn't figure that out, but I was like, all right, cool. Yeah, let's get some mods going. Okay, I don't really have anything else to do until I go get that battery, get it on. I mean, I can start painting. I'm gonna wipe all this down and everything. Maybe I'll go. What have we been streaming for an hour and a half? I'll keep going until like 3:30, something like that. We'll go for a little while longer, and then then I gotta go I'll get the battery and the connector and stuff, and then we'll get that charging. Nice clean cut on there. Not really sure why they did that, but it's like if you had bought the body like in the bag, like the body by itself, this would be on the top of the bag, like to hang it up and everything. But for in the kit, they just like do it in there. Touring car body, touring car, MST Honda Civic EG6 body clear, wheelbase 257, width 185. Officially licensed Hyundai. Okay. Now I can wear my Honda racing shirt. Does it have... Yeah, it does. Okay. It has the film on the outside. Hey, Frank. Please don't. We're live. So back in the day when I first started, they didn't have that. They didn't have any... They didn't come with a film on the outside. They were just... the 40 scoop sitting over here. The body's sitting over there. It's this car right here that we're waiting on parts for. So I'm waiting for the new chassis and the wheels and tires. And I'll start once the rest of the stuff gets here. I haven't figured out how I'm going to do the body quite yet. So I got to wait till everything gets here and then we'll go from there. I like that this one's marked where the holes go, where the body posts go. So that's going to be dead simple. It looks cool as heck. On the 40 coupe, somebody's honking like crazy outside. So on the 40 coupe, what I decided to do was that's going to be this was going to be a dirt oval car, but now I'm turning it into an asphalt oval car. And I don't really have much. I haven't found much to go off of for anybody that races vintage modified. I don't know what you would call. I don't know what I don't know what they were back then when they had them. I'm assuming they were modifieds. But so that's what I'm trying to do with that. But I don't know that the wheels and tires I got are the right ones, and so I don't know how they're going to work with the body. Like if I'm going to be able to trim it just right to make it look for the look that I want for an asphalt modified, vintage asphalt modified. Dude, this is cool looking. This is cool. So it's got the nipples in there, or the indentions in there. So like the Ford, I'll show you. Part of the reason the coupe was so I've got to have it all together and all the parts and everything before I'm able to figure this out, is because this doesn't have any indentions like where the body posts go, because it's just you have to get the kit to make the bigger body posts and put them wherever they go. So, and then once the wheels and tires are here, I'll have to be able to move the body back and forth to see like exactly how I want to sit, raise it up, lower it. And then you drill the holes wherever fits the post that you put in. This one, since it's just a cool little ready to run with the body that came with it that goes on it, you can see the little indentions right there. So that way I can just take the Dremel tool, which that's on my Harbor Freight list. I should have went to Harbor Freight and got the little electric Dremel. Dang it. Maybe I will. I got a Dremel over there. There's no reason to go buy another Dremel. Okay? We already bought a car. I don't need a Dremel. All right. So, but the battery one, right? But having a portable Dremel. Anyway. So I'll be able just to drill those little holes in there and we'll call that good. I was going to say back in the day when you buy an RC car, they didn't come with the film on the outside. So we used to do business cards. Like if you wanted to do multiple colors and all that, or if you were going to like, you would take your, like say we wanted to do the top a different color than the sides on this one. So we would just take and tape off in here and then use business cards across there and tape them down like where your line was to block it off before and then you paint it. But then all of this out here was still exposed. So you would have to either mask it out here around it, or you would have to, like make something, do your best to not get it on the outside, or once you're done, take and wipe all the overspray off. Now they got this little film on there, so that you just rip that off and there's no overspray or anything. It's way easier. So let's get the masks. I'm going to wipe this down. I'm going to let it dry while I take a break, and then we'll put the masks on, and then it'll be ready to shoot. Ready to shoot. Ready to shoot with pink. Okay, I got a mess going down here. I got a mess going off camera. It's fine. It's off camera. So those are parts. Those are parts. Parts and parts. Move this car over here. Dude, this thing is just. I'm so excited to get this on the track. Look at those brakes. Even with the calipers off there, those disc brakes still look cool. Huh. And front wheel drive too. I'm really curious how this is going to work. Part of my issue with driving touring cars, I don't like how they stick. And I feel like this, I can keep the rear end kind of loose, maybe. So it's not going to be as like yard pee. Take a yard pee. I can just go right out the window. Just turn the camera down and just no. I was thinking smoke break. Smoke break. They're like Italian. However they do that. No, smoke break. Let's get this wiped down, and then we'll let it dry off, and then we'll go from there. Running out of room. Need more projects. Oh, look, it sits perfectly on top of the Traxxas. Sits perfectly on top of the Slash. Okay. What are we gonna need? So to wipe it down, we'll need some alcohol. Hell yeah, let's get the alcohol going. Old t-shirt, a little bit of alcohol. I got my old underwear. Yeah, old underwear. I'll just drink this. 91%. If taken internally, serious gastric disturbances will result. Huh. Only one way to find out. No, I ain't going to drink that. So I'm just going to put a little bit on this rag, and then I'm going to wipe the whole inside of that. And then what you want to do after you get it nice and clean, let it dry before you put the stickers on, the window masks. But while you're putting the window masks on, make sure you touch it as much as possible and get it all dirty again so your paint doesn't stick later. Little pro tip. I learned that a long time ago. Rag full of alcohol. Try not to pour it in the MacBook. Ooh, that smells good. I'm really just going to wipe down where the windows are is what I'm most worried about, because that's where I got to get those stickers to stick. But I mean, I'm not really that worried about having it perfectly clean to paint, because I don't care. Some people go into like crazy detail, and I mean, some guys are really artistic and they do really good jobs and look really nice and spend a lot of time on it. And I can't even hold a paint can straight. So I just do the best I can. And that's all I ask. Just do the best you can. Have a good time. Do the best you can. Right? There's stuff on the outside that keeps making me think it's on the inside. Just make sure there's no fingerprints all over it. No oils. You don't want to get your finger oils in there and all that stuff. So let's get that all cleaned out. There. Looks good. Looks really good. Make sure there's some dog hair in it. You got to have a dog hair in there. All right, I found half a joint. Pour some beer in there. Well, it's just more alcohol, so it should be fine. Speaking of pouring stuff, last night at the racetrack, I think it's like 20. Let me see if it has the price on it. Yeah, $14. So SXT 3.0 got grip tractioncompound.com is what we use. SXT 3.0 got grip tractioncompound.com. So that's what we use on the carpet track. And this is after two weeks. We went to 2 races. In the second race, I knocked it over. So we had to get another one. So I dumped almost $14 worth of traction compound all over the table. Luckily, I wasn't following the rules and we didn't have the pit mat set down yet. I spilled this everywhere, cleaned it up before anybody noticed, and my nephew comes back from the hobby shop and he's like, "Hey, I got us a pit mat." Smart ass. Okay, where's my mask? Now's the moment of truth. I don't want to lose those 2 little screws because I gotta have those to put when we get the battery thing back. When we go get a new battery and figure out the mount, a new pack, then we'll get that taken care of. So this, okay. Are we gonna do clear windows or fake windows? I don't know if these have to be cut out or not. They look like they do almost. But they look cool. They look cool. I might want tinted windows. I don't know that these are stickers. Okay. Yeah, they're pre-cut. They didn't look pre-cut at first, and that was like, I don't know. I can get my thing in. Yeah, okay. Okay. Nice. All right. So they're translucent though. So you can see through it. So if I put those on, then it'll make the windows tinted. So I don't have to put all those on, but we can. But I thought if I put them on after, like I could just paint the whole thing and then put these on after. But since they're see-through, you would just see pink. So we'll go ahead and mask it. But like behind the headlights, it won't matter. I don't think. I don't know if that headlight's clear. Let's see if this headlight's clear. Oh, it is. Okay, crazy. So we'll need to mask the headlights too. And the taillights. So what all do we have? It looks like we have the 2 windows. So we know we have the windshield. And then so these are the two back windows, back side windows. These are the two side windows. These are the two back side windows. This is the hatchback window. These are the rear tail lights. Those must be the headlights. Yeah, the headlights. So let's start with, I don't like doing this. You want to make sure when you're putting masks on like this to get your fingers into the sticky part as much as possible. You want to make sure it gets all curled up and fucked up and stuck to at least 7 of your fingers. That's a good way to do it. Let's set it up like that. Let's do it this way. So I'm just going to try to line the top up as best I can, and then hope that it works out. That's not going to work. So you make sure you touch that sticky part at least 75 times. See, I fucked it up that. Okay. I do not like doing this. I'm all shaky. Okay. Dude, that dropped right in there. Oh, dude, and it. How do we do? Oh, man. See, and then, like I said, make sure you touch it as much as possible. I got my thumb in there, rubbed it around in there. The decals are terrible. But I'll show you. Actually, if I do the clear windows and then I do these, they have trim around and I'll cover some of it up. But here's a little inside track, a little members only. If you're a Harbor Freight member, you'll understand. These, the Harbor Freight markers, the fine tip ones. Get new. If you're going to do this, get new ones and use the new ones. But once you're painted, then you come back in and you draw the trim around there, because there's a lip. There's a lip in there for detail. Same with the side. There's a lip in there, so all you do is just come around with your nice pen and follow that lip. And so if there's a little bit of paint on there, doesn't matter. That pen covers it up. And if you mess up real bad, you get the if you mess up really bad, you get the Sharpie Pro. Mine's a little worn down. Mine's worn down, but it'll do the chisel tip. So you can do fine, and then you can also do fat. So if you messed it up, or say I got all done and I wanted to do this, instead of, I don't want to put those decals on the trim, this thing is just done. And somebody will tell you don't use a Sharpie. They'll say don't use this brand. They'll say, you know how people are. You know how people are. They'll tell you everything's wrong with everything you're doing while they do nothing themselves. And just be like, cool, thanks for telling me you suck. Okay. How's that like that? Yeah. Let's get this one. I think what I'll do is I'll get the first coat of paint on, and then we'll go to the shop. Get a battery so we can get that set up. Okay. Moment of truth. And see how I've got my hands all over it, like where I just cleaned it? That's exactly what you want. That one's too low. Well, I guess if we put, and we might have to put the trim stickers on there, because that mask is smaller than the window. And I don't know that I got a marker that big, but if I put the side window decal on, it'll cover most of the trim, most of that up. So it looks like we might have to put that on. Or I can take that off and start over. Let's just try it again and see if we can make it worse. Jesus. I don't know how people have patience for this. I don't understand. How do you do it? That's more in the middle. No, it's not. We'll have to start with the back. That way we can center it. I think it's back. I put it back in the exact same spot, if not lower. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, let's get what, the back door, back window. So there's going to be a space. I need the dang. That's a trim. There's a trim piece there. Oh, I see. The trim piece is built into the other decal, maybe? Where's the picture? Yeah, okay. So the trim piece, well, let's put this other window on. See where that goes. Which one is it? Okay. Whoops. Yeah, it goes this way. I can't see the lines. There we go. There we go. Okay. Now, this one, I don't know. It looks like it goes. Yeah. It goes like that. But then the sticker, it looks like covers the whole thing, even the post. So the post will be pink after we paint it, but then it'll be, if we do put the decals on there, then it'll be black. We'll see how it looks without the decals. We might not need those. I mean, it don't matter if we have them or not. But let's do this side. It's going a lot smoother than I thought. I wasn't expecting these to be so easy. Yeah, that would be a good idea. Have a Frank driving. I need a Frank driver. I'm assuming you said Frank. You said Frank or had a stroke. Yep, Frank. I figured it was Frank. You either said Frank or you had a stroke. One of the two. Let's get this. Come on. Come on. Get it. Oh, man. I've been in here all day. I've been hanging out in the garage all day. Okay. This one. Ooh, that's nope. Nope. Wasn't anywhere near close. I feel like they're too small. But they're good enough. We're going to have to do the outside decals. I don't want to, but we're going to. Don't get discouraged. Don't get too down. Don't get too depressed. It's going to get worse. How the hell are we going to do this? These, dude. Okay. Just do it. Just do it. We need that Shia LaBeouf. Told my wife I might need glasses. I can't see shit anymore. It needs to come up. I was at the racetrack last night and I noticed that everything goes out of focus all the time. What the fuck is it? So that H is right in the middle. If my hands weren't back and forth like how'd we do? I think we did it. Massive air bubble in there. That's perfect. Rub it down nice and tight, just in case you're not sure that it's on there right. Yeah, you want to, if you, especially if you think it's wrong, make sure you rub it down nice and good. And then look at it and then be like, damn it, no, I gotta take it back off of there. So I wasn't too worried about it because it goes up underneath the spoiler there, and there's a spoiler decal that goes on the top, which that would be a hard spot to get spray paint into anyway. I think maybe not. Okay, what now? Headlights and taillights. These are the headlights, right? Or those are taillights? No, these are the headlights. And just in case, if anybody decides to go buy one of these or wants to run one of these or something like that, there's instructions that tell you what all this stuff is, so you don't have to just guess like I am. I don't know why you want to read the instructions. Oh, dude, this one sucks. It's on a corner. On a corner at an angle. Rub it down nice and tight, even though you don't know if it's right. Perfect. Perfect. What are we at? 308? Oh, shit. I'm not going to paint on stream. Like, I was going to. This masking's taking way too long. But I was gonna paint it on stream. The standing around not doing anything, drinking is not really helping me. But I was gonna paint it on stream, and then I thought, I suck at painting. Do I really want anybody to see that? No? Okay. How do I do the other one so easy? Now I'm like, this is the exact same thing, opposite side, and I'm just like, how do I do this? Don't know how to do it. That's not right. That's not right. Get your blade in there so you can scratch the Lexan up from the inside so you can't ever fix it. Boom. And boom. Sick, dude. Sick. Looking sick. Taillights. I need to have a custom license plate for it, but I don't know what it's going to be. It's got to be something Civic, something. I don't know. I'll have to look like on the forums and stuff and try to find like some stupid saying or something that has to do with whatever kind of car these are. It's not a four-door. Dude, down to the last one and I can't figure it out. This is the one that I get mad and quit. And 30 years from now, we'll finish it. Fuck this piece of shit. Dude. Walking away. Walking away. Okay. It is this way, right? This way. Yeah, that goes right there. This one sucks. Let me start with this side. I'm just going to cram it on there and rub it down and take really fast. Nope, not at all. There we go. Nope. And nope. Dude, I'm struggling on this one. You're right. I might need to drink 6 more beers and then do it. You don't have to be perfect. We have the stickers. But it's got to at least be on there. Come on. Dude. I am about to get pissed. Nope, not even close. I thought, well, I'll just put it on there and hit it. Call it good. Say, nailed it, and it would work, but it didn't. Yep, this is the one. This is the one that makes me hate RC cars now. Or this is the... Wait a second. The taillight decals. The taillight decals are solid. Solid color. Fuck that thing. We're done. We don't need to mask those parts. Take that. Take that fucking taillight. Friggin'. Take that friggin'. Okay. We need to take a break. We've been at this for a long time. I might put a coat of paint on before I go. What are we at? 3:15. Time flies when everything's awesome. I'm having so much fun. I'm so glad Mom let me buy this. Make sure all these corners are down nice and neat, nice and tight against there. And like I said, try to get more finger oil everywhere if you can. But I don't want any of these coming up or any of the corners leaking or get any seepage in there on my decals. So That one's messed up, but it's fine because we'll do the. It's got mirrors. It has side mirrors. I don't know that we'll put them on, but just in case. Part of my favorite thing about racing these is the realism. I love the realistic class. So it's in this one too. Everything is packaged really nice in this. I really enjoy that. But what's that? Oh, it's actual mirrors. Look at that. So it comes with. I don't know if you're gonna even be able to see what that is, but that's a mirror. Can we tell? Can you tell that's a side mirror? There you go, kinda. It's almost better back here into the light, but that's a side mirror. Ridiculous. And then that little sticker is the mirror that goes on there. So it'll have. We could put real mirrors on it if we wanted. And it's got the holes for those two. I might put the mirrors on just because of how cool they look. I mean, even though they're gonna be gone probably after the first race, and they'll be laying on the track somewhere, I kind of want to put them on because they look neat. And then I was also thinking, if I get too disappointed with the headlights, I don't know how these things go in. I don't want to deal with all that. But if they didn't look good, we can put these in, and then we could put the headlight kit in it. Is that tail light? No? The hell are those then? Are they driving lights to go down? Is this all just the front end? Could those go down there? I don't know. They don't have a picture of it with the lights and everything in it, so I don't know. They look like headlights, and it looks like, but I don't know if these are the taillights. Where the hell would they go? Like up behind there, I guess. And then it just, Oh, I see. So yeah, it just fit right in there. I guess. And then you just glue it on or something like that, and then you would have. They do make FPS cameras for these, the little cameras that can go inside and stuff, and they're pretty neat. My nephew was talking about getting one for his Corvette, and then he wants to try the headset, where you put the headset on, you can see where you're driving, and then race on the track. And I'm like, dude, that's nuts, but you could try it. Okay, so we don't have to worry about the taillights. Fuck these taillights. I wonder if it says in the instructions how these go on there, because that would be kind of neat. But I don't want to do that. Oh, that's a tool. I see. I was like, I don't know what this metal thing is that came in here. There's some servo saver pieces, servo saver piece right there, but I didn't know what this metal thing was. It's a tool. So that's your tire tool, or your wheel, taking your wheels off and stuff. And it had the set of Allens in there. Okay, let's wipe this down. Let's wipe her down. If I could figure out a way to get a camera in here that then I could live stream. I do have my SJ cam that supposedly I can hook up to my phone, and I think I tried Twitch streaming on it, but I could never get the camera to connect to the phone to run the Wi-Fi. Or let me go. I'll get it. So it's this little handheld camera. It's not very big, but I've got the extra battery pack on it right now. But you could it just comes like this with a battery pack that goes on here, and then it's got a clip, so you can just clip it right on. You know, like anything, stick it in the pocket of your work shirt. But I got it like this, and you can just hit the button and turn it on and drop it right in your pocket. You know, like if you're wearing your button-up dickie, you just drop it right in your front pocket, and you can just you got your body cam. It's pretty cool, and it was. I don't remember how much it was. My mom got it for me for Christmas. One of those deals. She's just like, "Hey, do you like this?" I was like, "That looks really neat." Yes, I do. And it showed up, and I've used it once, and it's cool. But yeah, if you need to, just drop it right in, stick it in your pocket, go to the store, go wherever you can record your videos without anybody even noticing, because it just looks like a thing in your pocket. Somebody says, "Is that a camera?" You just say, "Go fuck yourself." No, you don't have to say that. You say, "What is it? I have the right to film," or whatever. The First Amendment stuff. Like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I thought this was America." I've seen those little tiny ones. They make James O'Keefe. If you go to the James O'Keefe website, you can get what's the one they have? It's a lid to a disposable coffee cup that has a camera built in. So you just walk around with your coffee. They're expensive. The James O'Keefe cameras are expensive. I just went on there and I was like, "Oh man, let's go see what kind of cool spy equipment James O'Keefe has for sale." And it was like sunglasses, and I think he had sunglasses, but yeah, they had a disposable coffee cup lid with built-in camera. It was pretty cool. That you can get away with anything with that. Walking around anywhere, set it down wherever you want. So nobody throws your coffee cup away. I poured way too much alcohol into this rag, more than I needed. So I'm going to wipe it all down again and do my best to try to get the adhesive from the masking wet with alcohol so it no longer sticks. I want to make sure there's hair in the body. I want to make sure there's dust. The more I clean it, the more stuff falls in there. That's perfect. That's really what you're shooting for. Jesus. Why is everything such a gosh dang mess around here? I think we're doing good. I think it's clean. Make sure I got those pillars, because I know I touched those. What are we at? 3:30. We might have to get going. The race don't actually start till 4:30. So I'll still have time to run down there and get the battery pack that I need. I'm going to take my Traxxas pack with me, and I'm going to take the car and I'm going to show them. And we'll figure it out from there. Okay, I'm going to set this in the window to air dry. I'm going to keep touching it after I wipe it. There's stuff on the outside, and it's bothering me. I keep thinking it's on the inside. All right, outside. I need a cloth that doesn't have any lint. These are supposed to be lint-free. Why are these not lint-free? There's lint everywhere. Okay, so I'll set it in the window and let it collect dust for a little while I go to the store. And the cat will probably come through and walk all against it and get a bunch of hair stuck all over in there. Hopefully it gets into the up underneath the adhesive so I can't get it out even if I try. So there'll just be cat hair stuck in it. Because I really don't want to put a on the outside, stop touching it. I really don't want to put a coat on it and then set it down and leave. And then who knows? You know, the cat's gonna walk through it. Frank's gonna think it's food. My son will throw a ball at it. You know, my nephew will kick it. Whatever. Just random stuff will happen. You know, if I paint it, I know if I paint it and if I leave it sitting here with a wet coat on it and then I leave, I know something weird will happen. There'll definitely be some weird stuff going on. So we won't do that. I'll just get some ashes on it while I'm smoking. Okay, so all we're getting is a short pack. I don't really know anything about LiPo batteries. So let's go back to a main. And we will look for, I don't know if they're called short LiPo. Short. It just says short LiPo right there. So ProTech. I think they have ProTech stuff in stock. And I'm going to want one of the ones that says ROAR approved. LIHV, what is that? Oh, 4-cell. So no, I want I think just a 2S LiPo, right? Isn't that what I want? What's LIHV? 2-cell. I don't know what that means. LIHV. Because I know LiPo is lithium polymer. So is this lithium lithium, see, LiPo, lithium polymer. I know they have these red line packs in stock there. LiPo HV. Huh. High velocity? I don't know. But did those ones have, no, okay, they just have posts on them. So I got to figure that out too. So I wonder if they make a Traxxas short pack. Because then I could just get the Traxxas and then the connectors, whatever. Traxxas LiPo. Three cell. We want 2-cell. 3-cell. I don't know that they make short packs. Those look like short packs, don't they? 2S, power cell, 25C LiPo. I think those are too small, though. So I think I'll take the car in with me. And, I mean, I don't have to. I think, because one of these will work. So we'll say $60. $60 for that battery. 4,000 milliamp for 45. That's not too bad, this red line. And I've seen some of the guys run those. It says the power of champions on it too, so there's that. 8800 milliamp. That's bigger than the. Oh, it's a 1 cell. Oh no, we're gonna run a 2S, and we just want a 2S short pack. So what I'm gonna take into the shop with me is this car, and then here, right here, is the battery kit. I'm gonna go ahead and mount this where we're gonna put the short pack. There, it says like there's two different ones. So it says right here, right there is the short pack. That's way back there. It seems like. Did it fit on there? Yeah, I think so. Oh, I see. Earlier, where I was looking at this, and I'm like, why are those shaped like that? That's because this piece is shaped like that to fit down in there, so they don't spin around. Huh. Well, that makes sense. Okay, so if I go right there, then the battery pack needs to be. These would fit if I went without the rear battery brace. I could fit these in there, but then I'm going to have so much weight all the way to the back. That's crazy. We're going to get a smaller pack. That's all there is to it. It's not going to be feasible to do the big one. So if I go back here, then it's going to be. Yeah, I think we need to run short pack. So I'll take this stuff. Frank, calm down. So what we'll do, we'll take the car in there, charge up to 4.3 volts per cell. See, I don't understand how any of that works. Like it's when I raced in the past, we used NiCads, and like I don't know, they were like what 1400 milliamp per cell, and you just want to make sure all your cells were charging properly, and that was it. Like, don't charge over 6 amps. What? There's nothing out there. Don't charge over 6 amps or whatever. Sometimes you can run up to 8, but it doesn't make any difference if you do. It'll just make your batteries shittier in the long run, is what I learned. But now the LiPos are all completely different. Like we charge these things up and just let them sit, and then just bump them up the day before the race and just run one pack all day. You know, like, but we're not experienced and we don't know what we're doing. We're just ready to run, guys. And so it's like we just go for it. You know, it's way easier and way more fun, in my opinion, to be the guys that just show up at the track with the car you take out of the box and put on the track and run it, than it is to be the guy that has thousands of dollars worth of equipment all around. I'm not knocking on that guy. Those guys are my friends, and I used to be that guy. I used to have all the everything everywhere. You know what I mean? I'd go up and I'd have the Victor high IQ charger that had a battery balancer, battery conditioner, and everything in it. We had a 30 amp power supply in it, and it had the side posts where you could plug in more battery chargers. So I'd have 2 battery chargers going, one my main charger, then I'd have my trickle charger, which is the one you hook your battery to, and it just topped it off. You know, so once your batteries are done charging, you put them on the trickle charger, and that one just kept them full until you're ready for your race. Pull it off of there, stick it in your car, put the next one in the trickle. And then you would have, what else? And I was running 2 classes, so I would be running buggy and I would be running truck. So I would have, I had 2 radios. I never liked having one radio for you know, like you can get one controller. So like, say you get one nice controller. Say I get the Sanwa Airtronics, whatever, MT4, I think it is. Say I get the MT4. Then I just need more. If I get a receiver, this little piece right here, that the servo and speed control plugs in, if I get multiples of the receiver that match, not this radio, but the newer one, the one with multi-channel memory, what I can do is put that receiver in the slash. I can put the same receiver in the Fortec, and then I can just use this one radio. I can switch it. The ones nowadays have like menus and everything, so I can label it like Supra, Civic, or a slash, and then I can just go through there, and it'll have the profile in here of everything, for each car ready to go. That's cool, and that's fun if you're racing. However, I don't like it because if I go to the track and then one of my friends does say, "Hey, I want to go. I'd like to try that out." I don't have that option of just giving them the car and saying, "Here." You know what I mean? And I want to be able to provide that. I want to hand somebody a car and say, "Here's everything. Just go for it. Have fun. If it breaks, we'll fix it." That's even more fun than actually driving them, So just go ahead and have a good time. And you got to have an individual radio for each car. It just makes it, in my opinion, it makes it easier. If you're just focused on racing and you're not planning on letting anybody else drive or play or anything like that, you don't want to, if you're going to go out, if you're not racing in the parking lot or whatever, you're not going to hand it off to your wife or whatnot. You could probably get away with just having one radio if it's just you. But like, if I'm at the track and I'm running the front wheel, if I'm running my slash or running my Fortec and some kid's in there and he's really excited and he's like, "I'd like to try it." I was like, "Well, I've got this front wheel drive. You want to give it a shot? Jump in, go for it." Not a lot of people will do that though, because these things are very expensive. People put a lot of money. Like I said, the guys with $1,000 stuff, they'll put a whole bunch of money and time into them. And then it's like, it's no longer a toy. It's no longer just let's go have fun. And I want to be able to take mine and say, you can run it. And if you break it, I'll have just as much fun sitting at home on the internet fixing it as I will watching you run it and break it. Like, that doesn't matter. Like, to experience the excitement and the joy of racing RC cars that's all that really matters to me. Okay, so I think I'm going to take this down with me, and I'm going to tell them I need 336. We need to get back because we're probably going to miss the pledge or the anthem. And I really don't like missing the anthem, but we might have to miss the anthem today. It's fine. I can sing it to myself later when nobody's looking. Maybe my wife will come out and stand up with me. Let's see. So I just need a short pack, and then I need Traxxas to Dean's, which I'm pretty sure I saw them in there, and they have all the whichever ways you need. So I'm gonna take the car, and I'm gonna take these. I need to put them in here. Put them in this bag. It's not a Ziploc, but it's fine. The body's clean. I don't want it where the cat's gonna get it. I'm gonna put it in the race box. Now, it's gonna get touched, and I'm gonna be mad. Okay, I put it up on top of I put it under the spider webs and dust up over there, so that all that stuff will fall down into it. That'll be great. Let's see. I've got time. I can just get to the track. Or the hobby shop. We can figure out this battery situation, and then we'll go from there. 220, right? 220 for the kit. Oops. 220 for the kit. $10 for paint, right? What did we use for tools so far, too? Let's write that down. All right. So the kit. It's not a kit. It's an RTR. It's all right. Kit RTR. Looks like it says R plus R equals, how much did we pay for it? 220. $220. You got $10 in paint. Now, okay, it comes with the tools that you'll need to change the battery placement. So you don't necessarily need that. So that'll be on the recommended list. I don't know how to spell recommended. It'll be on the recommended list. You'll want, if you're going to get paint, you should get a hobby knife. So we'll put that up here. And those are like, what, $4? Down here on the recommended list, I would say track tool. Track tools. So we're going to say, like, you don't necessarily have to get one of these, although they're super convenient. More beer, definitely beer. That'll go on recommended. Highly recommend. We'll make a highly recommended section, and it'll be shots, beer, and Monster coffee. But it's like you don't have to necessarily get one of these. Frank, don't start barking again. Barking at the birds. You don't necessarily have to get one of these, but this thing is cool. This was $60, kind of ridiculous. You can get yourself a little cheap one, something at Harbor Freight. When you go get your Harbor Freight hobby knife and get Harbor Freight little tool set. I'd prefer you spend your money at the hobby shop. I know it might be a little bit more, and you probably could get a better deal if you went to Harbor Freight. But you got to keep the hobby shop open, right? If you're not buying stuff at the hobby shop, how are they going to, you're not going to have a hobby shop to go to. So track tool. That's really it. Oh, okay, RTR, we're going to write down, we're going to get a battery. So we're going to get the full experience on an RTR. And then the only other thing we're not going to have to buy is a charger. So I'm going to keep an eye on the chargers that they have in there so I can get an idea of what the cheapest one is, and then I'll have a full total. So we're at $234. And we figure we only have to add a battery and a charger. Dude, that's gonna be so good. $240. And you can even there's one of these that comes in at $210. There's a $210 and $220. The newer body style was $210. Yeah, $210. $209.97 or something like that. The older body style, which I got, was $220. But I'm like, I got a 97 Ford. Might as well go 97 on. Okay. It's 3:43. Okay, I'm gonna watch racing in like 15 minutes, and I've got to drive across town. I gotta have my wife drive me across town. That's what I meant. I'm not driving. No, I'm going to take this in there. I'm going to talk to him about it before. I don't want to get it all squared away. And then I think what we'll do is I'll try to shoot for Tuesday. Maybe get it onto the track. I want to do it. I can't. I don't have time today or tomorrow. What time's football on anyway? What time's football over? I do need Bush stickers. I was actually thinking about that because the 40 coupe, when it's going to be turned into a race car, and the model the image I'm going off of on like the way I'm kind of trying to build it. I'll show you. Let me open a tab with my name and address on it real quick, and we'll. think it's this one. Then I can, yeah, that one. So yeah, I don't really care about the Super Bowl, but I bought a San Francisco hat. 5:30, like at night. It's not in the morning. That can't be right. Are you serious? I thought it was like noon. Super Bowl. There we go. Huh. Huh. It's not even till 3:30 my time. I can go to the track. I'll go to the track in the morning. I'll go to the not tomorrow. What? Yeah, tomorrow morning. I won't stay out too late, and I can go to the track in the morning. The game's not till 3, and I don't care anyway. So anyway, what I was saying is this. Find the picture I like. There we go. So this is giving me those like Valvoline vibes. An old Valvoline car is what I thought. And I was thinking about doing multiple colors on the coupe, but it's just going to be all fluorescent red, and then with black stickers. So because when I was a kid, there was a guy named Mike Batman. His last name is Batman, and it was around the time Michael Keaton Batman came out. I was a big Batman fan. I even had the Batman Converse and all that. And there was a guy at a local racer named Mike Batman, and he raced one of the in the OTRO, which is the Old Time Racers of Oregon. He raced in that, and those are cool because they were all old cars, and they never like really raced hard or anything like that, or like they were more of a. It's more of just like a bunch of guys with old cars that like to hang out, and they go run them around the track, and I think they like pre-plan it and stuff on who wins and everything. Like it's more of an exhibition or whatever you'd call that, and that's kind of what I want my car to be. The RC that I'm building is just something that people can be like, whoa, that's cool. What is that? And then I can talk about it, and I can say, here's where you can go buy more. Go buy one of these and build your own. But I'm waiting for the wheels and tires because I got those front ones coming. I know I got the front ones coming. Okay, I'm fairly certain I have those front ones coming. But the back ones, I think I ordered are massive. So that's why I kind of just stopped on that until the chassis got here, until the wheels and tires got here, because I'm like, what have I done? And when I look them up, they're 5.3 inches tall, and the stock ones were like 4.5. So I got to see how it looks with that body, because the only pictures I can find of it like completely fenderless, like this one's mostly fenderless. But the only ones I can find of it completely fenderless have the stock tires on it, and with the stock tires are same front back with no things on the bottom. Anyway, I got to get going because I've got to run over and figure out this battery situation, and it's almost time for the race to start. I only have 12 minutes. It doesn't start till 4:30, but I don't want to miss the national anthem, so stop sharing that. You guys can't see that screen anymore. 2 hours and 40 minutes. Good Lord. That's awesome. That is so okay. I'm going to go back to the hobby shop, and then we come back and watch racing. I'll see you guys on Discord and Twitter. Have a good day. Don't forget to watch NASCAR.